Hello there, I'm Presley, and today I will be reviewing the Resident Evil 4 remake. Just a quick warning, there will be some spoilers for the game throughout this video. Now, I'm just going to start off by saying that I hold the original Resident Evil 4 very dear to my heart. It's one of my favorite games. So obviously, when this game was originally first announced, I was a bit cautious and worried. I was worried that I wouldn't enjoy it anywhere near the amount I enjoyed the original one. However, I'm happy to state that it exceeded my expectations greatly. Now, let's go ahead and start this off properly by going into a basic plot summary. Now, you play as Leon S. Kennedy. He works as a special agent, and he is sent to go and try and find the president's missing daughter, Ashley Graham. And now Ashley, she's been kidnapped by a cult. So Leon heads to this village to go look for her. And he pretty quickly encounters the villagers that inhabit this place. And they're infected with parasites that control their actions. Obviously, they try to kill Leon. And of course, after holding his own against them for a bit, the church bell in the distance rings, and they all head that way in response to that. So of course, Leon's next line is of course the iconic line from the original, "Where's everyone going? Bingo?" Which I was very happy to see that they kept from the original. I love that line. I love that line so much. But yeah, that's the basic plot summary for the very beginning of the game. Now, in terms of the gameplay, I thought the gameplay was fantastic. I personally found it to be just as fun and enjoyable as the original RE4. So, I thought that was a great thing. I love that in the remake they've actually given Leon the ability to actually move while aiming and shooting. Because, even after all these years, that is still one of the few things that I was not necessarily fond of in the original. The fact that you couldn't move while you were aiming and you had to, back up to make some distance, before aiming. I like this addition a lot, personally. In terms of the story, I love how much more they've added to this. Obviously, they've kept some things in terms of the story from the original, but they changed a lot, and personally, I really like this version of the story that we got. I thought it was really interesting. In terms of the soundtrack, I thought it was fantastic. I loved it. Now, personally, I do still like the typewriter theme from the original Resident Evil 4 more, but this typewriter theme from the remake was also really good. In terms of the characters, I really liked how they improved on quite a few characters throughout the game, especially Ashley. I love the changes that they've done to Ashley's character in this game. I think it improves her as a character overall so much. She's a really likable character in this one, I think. As opposed to the original where, she could be a bit grating at times. I also love how they added so much to Luis's character. I loved learning more about his character in this version. And I think that it made his death more impactful, honestly. Because, you get to know him. You get more time to spend with Luis. And I personally really like that. Alright, now moving on to my overall thoughts. You can parry the chainsaws in this game with your knife. And I remember being ecstatic when I saw this happen in the trailer originally, because those chainsaws, those chainsaws could be quite pesky in the original. Now, another thing that they added is now there are side quests, and these are put together by the merchant, and you can find these blue flyers, hung up on walls in the different areas, and these will range from things like, oh, shoot all the medallions hanging around this such and such area, or get rid of all these rats in this area. Or, the more intense ones being, the optional boss battles. And I personally thought that this was a nice little detail. I personally had a lot of fun with these side quests. I think they were great. The regenerators were genuinely terrifying, to me at least. Genuinely the only part, where I paused the game just to recollect myself after seeing it, because I was like, oh no, oh no. So, after a bit, I thought, I can handle this. Needless to say, I wasn't expecting it being so fast. Why did they make it so fast in the remake? Was it not bad enough in the original? Apparently not. And yeah, this genuinely was everything I could have hoped for from the remake. I love this game. I had an excellent time playing this game. Now, of course, there is some cut content from the game that I can understand why some people would be a bit upset that this content was cut. However, I'm not really one of those people that was too upset. I think that the pacing of this remake was really good. I like the way that the areas flowed into each other. Now, in terms of what I would rate this game, I think I'll give this game a 9.5 out of 10. I think that this is an incredibly enjoyable game. I personally think that it was a really good remake. I really enjoyed it. It far exceeded my expectations, and I don't really think that there's much more I could have asked for from the remake, so Well, I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.